Hey guys, Tara here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and it is time to do my most favorite video of the month, and that is my TBR. So today I'm bringing you my TBR for the month of October because the year is almost over and I can't even believe it. As I say, every single month. All right, so we are going to play my TBR game today, which is an original game created by me, which is so cleverly entitled Recovering Book Hoarder's Game of Reading. If you would like a introduction to the game, the rules, the board, all of that stuff, I will go ahead and link that video up here in the cards. All right, so this month, again, we are going to be able to do 12 rolls, which I love being able to do so many rolls. It's just fun. But before we get into the rules for the game, let's go ahead and spin the 2 wheels that I have remaining for this year. So we need to spin my wheel for 21 books in 2021 one time and my 5-star prediction wheel one time. So let's start with 21 books in 2021 and see what we get. All right, for the 21 books in 2021, I have a book that has been on my shelf. I am not joking with you. Unread for 12 years. And I know this because I went and bought it right after Cassidy was born. And that is A Cup of Comfort for Mothers, stories that celebrate the women who gave us everything. And it is edited by Colleen Sell. So this is just like a chicken soup book that has a bunch of really short story essay type things by mothers. And I'm assuming probably some stories by daughters and things like that too. So I can't even tell you when the last time was that I read a book like this. And so it'll be a nice little escape to read this type of book again. So that is what we got for the 21 books in 2021. Now, let's see what we get for my 5-star prediction. All right, for 5-star predictions, I have a very intimidating read. Gotta be honest, this is a book that has scared me. I've been scared to watch the movie. I've been scared to read the book because I know that it's graphic, but I feel like I've kind of prepped myself for it with some of the other reading that I have done over the last year. So that is Roots by Alex Haley. And this is an American classic, and it is about a slave. I believe it's multi-generational, and it follows them. So yeah, the saga of an American family. I'm a little bit scared, but I do firmly believe it will be a 5-star read. So check in with me at the end of this month to see if that pans out. All right, now let's go ahead and do our first roll for my game. All right, guys, so last month we ended on the randomize up here. So let's go ahead and check out what we get for this month. All right, starting off with a 16. All right, author. It's Michel Crichton, also known as Michael Crichton. All right, roll number 1. We got specific author, Michael Crichton. Michel Crichton, as Emily over at Reading with Emily Fox would say. All right, 2 months in a row for a Michael Crichton book. And this month, I will be reading State of Fear. And gotta be honest, this one sounds quite good. It says, in Paris, a physicist dies after performing a laboratory experiment for a beautiful visitor. In the jungles of Malaysia, a mysterious buyer purchases deadly cavitation technology built to his specifications. In Vancouver, a small research submarine is leased for use in the waters off New Guinea. And in Tokyo, an intelligence agent tries to understand what it all means. Bum, bum, bum. So, I'm sure this is going to be heavy on the science because Michael Crichton books always are. and I usually don't understand much of that part of it. However, I really enjoy his storytelling and his writing. So that's how we're going to start this game off. Let's see what we get for roll number 2. A 5. All right, we got the TBR box star thing. Let's see, hopefully it's not something I've already read. All right, ooh, Seed to Harvest. All right, for roll number 2, we got to pick from the TBR jar, and for that, we got Seed to Harvest. And this is Octavia E. Butler, and it is 4 books in one. It has Wild Seed, Mind of My Mind, Clay's Ark, and Pattern Master. And I have only read one Octavia Butler so far, and that was Kindred, and I absolutely loved it, and immediately went on and purchased every book of hers that I could find on Book Outlet. And there were several, so I now own several of her books. So excited to read this, and might be reading another one too if I can get to it. I think the group read for the fall reading challenge that I'm doing, I will link all the hosts down below. I think the group read is Fledgling by Octavia E. Butler. So I have that one also, so I might participate in that as well. We'll see. We'll see how I'm doing as the month goes on. So that was roll number 2. Let's see what we get for roll number 3. All right, next up, number 8. Another author, Danielle Steele. All right, roll number 3, we got another specific author, and this time it was Danielle Steele. So that was easy because I only have one Danielle Steele on my shelf right now, and that is Beecham Hall. And look at that house. I would like to live there. This one says, the uplifting story of an ordinary woman embracing an extraordinary adventure and the daring choice that transforms her world. Sounds good to me. So I don't think I have read a Danielle Steele book since high school. I want to say high school. Her books were some of the books that got me into reading to begin with. Star and The Promise, I think, was the other one. Those I really loved, and I've actually really enjoyed some of the books that they've made into TV movies, but I haven't read them. So I kind of recently decided that, she's like an American classic, and I would like to go back and read some more of hers because I feel like it's an injustice for me not to. So we're going to go ahead and start that this month, apparently. All right, let's see what we get for roll number 4. Next up, a 17. That is a readathon prompt, which is in here. All right. Mystery book with a person in the title. This is from March Mystery Madness 2021. All right, for my fourth roll, we landed on a readathon prompt and got a mystery book with a person in the title. And this was from March Mystery Madness 2021. So for this one, I went with Finding Jake by Brian Reardon. And this is about a school shooting. There is a stay-at-home dad, and he finds out that there's been a school shooting. And when he gets there, he can't find his son, Jake. And looks like maybe Jake was the school shooter. And it says compelling psychological suspense, but also so much more. A journey into the depths of a parent's worst nightmare. It turns heartbreaking, surprising, devastating, and hopeful. So, sounds good. All right, that was roll number 4. Now, let's see what we get for roll number 5. $17. All right, we got a reread. Ooh, okay. It's been a while since we've gotten to pick one of those. This month, oh yay, Janet Chapman's Highlander series. All right, roll number 5. We got Janet Chapman's Highlander series. This is a reread prompt. So I recently, last couple months, read book 1, and so we are going to read book 2 this time, Loving the Highlander. And oh guys, these books, I love them so much. These are like guilty pleasure books for me. So they are about Highlanders who time travel forward into time, got brought forward and are living in Maine. And I love them. There's magic in here and romance, and I adored, because she has since passed, but I absolutely adored Janet Chapman, and so I'm so sad that she's no longer with us. But moving on to number 2. All right, so next we have roll number 6. $15. Right, buzzword. Feeling. So a word with any kind of feeling in the title. Title with any kind of feeling in the title. All right, for roll number 6, we got a buzzword. And for that, our buzzword is feeling. So this is a book that has any type of feeling in the title. And guys, this works out perfect for me because this is also the book club pick for my In Real Life book club, my Circle of Sisters book club. And that is Hope Harbor by Irene Hannon. And this is a Christian fiction romance, and it's the first in a several part series, and I've not read any of them, so hoping that this becomes a new favorite because I bought several of them because they were on Book Outlet. And yeah, so here's hoping, because I hate whenever it's my job to pick the book club book and I pick a dud. So please let this not be a dud. Come home to Hope Harbor, where hearts heal and love blooms. And it sounds like a Hallmark movie. Who doesn't love a Hallmark movie? And like something that maybe should be turned into a TV series. So we shall see. Whoops. Dropping stuff. All right, let's move on to roll number 7. Got an 11. Right, that is a specific author. Man, we are getting a lot of specific authors this month. Simone St. James. All right, we landed on another specific author, and for that one, we got Simone St. James, who I love. I am out of all her books, though, and that I own. I read all the ones I own, so we're going to go ahead and work on backlist, and we are going to read The Haunting of Maddie St. Clair. Haunting of Maddie Claire. I'm going to put it right here. So that's what we're going to read this month, and I'm guessing it's about a haunting. Maybe it's a ghost story. I don't know anything about it. I just know it's Simone St. James, and I love Simone St. James, and I want to read everything she's ever written. So that's what we're going to do this month. All right, moving on to roll number 8. A 9. Buzzword. A place. So a title that has a place in it. All right, for roll number 8, we landed on another buzzword, and for that buzzword, it is place, which means we need to read a book that has a place in the title. And for that one, this is also going to fulfill my graphic novel prompt. This will only be the second graphic novel I've ever read in my entire life, and that is The Adventure Zone by, let's see, Clint McElroy, Griffin McElroy, Justin McElroy, Travis McElroy, and Carrie Peach. And here come the gerblins. This is supposed to be like a D&D game, which I love D&D. And I said this fulfills the graphic novel prompt. I didn't say what the graphic novel prompt was for. That was for the bingo board I'm doing for the fall reading challenge. And hopefully I like this graphic novel. I only have 2 on my shelf, this one and one other one. And I would really like to get into graphic novels if that ends up being something that I enjoy. So that is our buzzword for place. All right, moving on. Let's see what our 9th roll is. For readathon prompts. Poll pick from Bookathon 2020. All right. Going to be putting a poll up on Instagram. All right, for the 9th roll, we got a readathon prompt, and for that one, it was a poll pick from 2020 Bookathon. And so for this, I put 2 books up on Instagram and asked people to choose between the 2 of them. So the 2 books I had up were 56 Days, which was by, I don't know who it's by. I'll put a picture of it over here because it's up there and I'm too lazy to stand up and get it. So it was between 56 Days and Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. And as you can tell by this poll results right here, Rock, Paper, Scissors won by quite the landslide. So this is, pretty new. I just got this in my Book of the Month box this past month. Thinking of the person you married, think again. And it just sounds so fun. And I am super hyped to be reading it. So thank you guys who voted for letting me read this gem this month. All right, let's see what we get for roll number 10. Number 7. Reread. Oh, yay. Whoops. The Screw Tape Letters. Oh, I've been wanting to reread that. All right, for roll number 10, we got another reread, and that time we got The Screw Tape Letters, which is one I have been wanting to reread for quite a while because I got the annotated Screw Tape Letters. So I am quite excited to go through and reread this again. And for anyone that doesn't know, this is by C.S. Lewis. I don't know if I said that or not, but it is the story of a under demon who is exchanging letters with his boss head demon about winning a soul for their master and lord, Satan. And what that looks like to have the devil actively working on you to come join his side. And it is so good. So good. And it has been, I want to say, probably eight or 9 years since I've read this. It is one of the books that led me to becoming a true Christian. All right. Let's move on to roll number 11. Almost done, guys. $14. Reading prompt. A book everyone seems to have read but you. All right, for rule number 11, we got a reading prompt. And for that, it was a book everyone seems to have read but you. And for that, we are going to read 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. And Sally Thorne is the author of The Hating Game, also, which I have not read, but I don't own that one. So we're going to read this one. And this is, I believe, a hate to love romance. And yeah, we'll see. I've heard really good things about it, but hopefully it lives up to the hype. We shall see. All right, let's get our last roll. All right, last one. 5. Another reading prompt. A book that was gifted. All right, the final roll is a reading prompt, and that is a book that was gifted to me. So for that, I'm going to read a book that was gifted to me in the most recent book exchange that was held by Krista over at Books and Jams, and that is Well Met by Jen DeLuca, and it's blurbed by Christina Lauren, who I love, and it takes place at a Renaissance festival, I believe, which I love. Books based on or around fairs, festivals, carnivals, circuses, all that stuff. One of my favorite tropes. So here's hoping that I love this one as much as I hope I will. All right. So that is all of the rolls for my game. Let me take a look and see if there's anything else that I need to make sure that I do get to this month. Give me just a sec. Okay, I do have a couple more. So I needed one more for a prompt for one of my yearly challenges, and that was the buzzword challenge, which this month is elements, earth, air, fire, water. So I am going to read The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and I have never read anything by them. It says, I'm here telling the story, and not from the grave, not yet, but from the here and now, peering back into another time when we were tasked and close to the earth, and close to a power that baffled the scholars and flummoxed the quality, a power like our music, like our dance, that they cannot grasp because they cannot remember. So sounds interesting. All right, so I'm gonna do that one. And then I needed a couple of books for my morning reading for when I have my coffee with the Lord. And so I just need some things that are gonna speak to my soul. I was talking to my pastor last night, and I am kind of going through one of those dark nights of the soul where I just cannot hear God's voice, and he's just silent. And especially in something really big happening right now. So I just need some encouragement, and I need to feel a connection. So I chose 3 books with that in mind. So the first one is Teachings for an Unbelieving World, Newly Discovered Reflections on Paul's Sermon at the Areopagus, and this is by Pope John Paul II, who is no longer with us, but oh, he was amazing. He was absolutely amazing. So I got this one last year, got it the same month that it was released. It was like one of my most anticipated, so we're gonna read that. And then Encounters with Jesus by Timothy Keller, Unexpected Answers to Life's Biggest Questions. Just sounds like it would be good for the soul. And then Praying the Lord's Prayer for Spiritual Breakthrough, Daily Praying the Lord's Prayer as a Pathway into His Presence by Elmer L. Towns. And I need His presence. So, and this looks like it's maybe a study too. Like there's different worksheets and stuff in here also. So those are going to be my morning reads. And that is it. That is October. Those are my plans. What kind of plans do you guys have for October? I would love to know. Have you read anything that I have read? What are your thoughts? Let's chat down in the comments box. Comments? Yeah, comments. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you would like to connect with me other places, everywhere I can be found on the interwebs is down in the description box. All right, guys, I will catch up with you later. Bye.